Hello, Steve Arts 89. Well, a little while ago I watched Velma. There was a lot of talk about Velma. Everyone was hating on it. All the homophobes, of course, hated it because gay representation. All the racists hated it because Indian representation. I had heard some bad things about it because there seemed to be more than just the usual suspects hating on it. But I watched it and I didn't have any problem with it. I didn't see what the fuss was about. There was a few moments that were a bit obvious with the humour, what they were going for, and a little on the nose. But aside from that, I kind of liked it, and I kind of wanted to know what happened next. So I was planning to watch the rest of it, and I've been meaning to. Well, I sat down yesterday and I watched the other 8 episodes, because 10 episodes altogether. I watched them all in one evening, and I kind of enjoyed it. Now, admittedly, the Velma character herself is not very likeable, but I liked the Norville character, and I liked Daphne's parents, and yeah, I just kind of liked. I just wanted to know what happened. There was some of the political stuff was very, very just on the nose. It's a bit too. I don't know what to say. Not obvious. Just a bit, a bit too meta, a bit too political. A bit too, stereotypically woke, and just it was a bit. There were a few moments where I'm like, okay, who are you making this for? Because you're attacking everyone. Like, there's very few people left you haven't attacked. So I can understand how some very sensitive viewers might have not liked the show, because they might have felt perhaps it was attacking them. But since I'm not a member of those groups, really, I mean, yes, I'm white, but there's a lot of bashing of white people, but I bash white people all the time myself, so I'm not that bothered by it. So I wasn't bothered by it, but it did announce itself regularly, like, we're woke. I'm like, yes, we know. It was a little bit like that, but it was still funny though. Like, I actually found not all these moments, but most of these moments actually funny. I did laugh a few times, but I'm always interested in the mystery and what was going to happen. So, and I actually worked it out. I actually worked out who the killer was, and I never work out who the killer is. I've watched like every episode of Murder, She Wrote, and I never work out who it is. I always am surprised, and I just sit there and let Jessica explain it to me. But I actually worked this one out. I'm like, oh, I bet it's that, and then it was. So yeah, I enjoyed it. I don't quite get these characters, these unlikable characters we're supposed to identify with or like. Like, I don't know why I would like Velma or want to know her. I wouldn't want to be her friend, really. And I don't understand why she's supposed to be the hero. And she was a bully, and she was very aggressive, and Daphne was basically, she sort of, just some negative relationship dynamics in that as well. So I'm not quite sure why and how we're supposed to like Velma, the character itself. Overall, I liked the show because I felt it was a little bit critical of her. It was self-conscious of her faults, but it didn't really apologise for them or make any attempt to change them or excuse them. They were just sort of there, and we were supposed to appreciate them or accept them or something. I just found the character to be very flawed. But overall, I did enjoy the show. And it wasn't as bad as what people were saying. Like, people were saying it was just awful and the worst show ever made and blah, blah, blah. And no, it was just a bit too meta and a bit, loud with the politics. Like, it's always best to be subtle. It's just classy to be subtle rather than just screaming out your agenda, like right from the start. It gets a bit old, and you are going to alienate people that, you're obviously attacking. Whereas if you can be more subtle about it, I just think it works better. You can still say the same things, you can make the same statements, but just not be quite so aggressive about it. But yeah, I still liked it though. I still laughed at some of the jokes, and I did want to know what happened, and I actually worked out I was engaged, and I worked out what happened, who it was, before I actually got to the end. And I wouldn't mind a second season. I just would like to see some development with Velma, to see her actually become a nicer person, a more likable person, because I don't really see any value in being unlikable and abrasive and aggressive. I don't think it works for anyone, male or female. So it's not a girl thing, like, oh, she has to be, it's no. So yeah. That's my review. It was okay. I did like it. I did find it funny at times, but it was also very self-conscious and loud and meta and political, and a bit just kept railing on the same things over and over again, sometimes in the same episode over and over again. I'm like, we get it, okay, we get it. But other times I kind of enjoyed it because, you don't often see those sacred cows getting slapped around so much. So I did overall like it, and I would like to see a second season. But still some issues. Velma's not that likeable. I'd like to see her develop and actually be likeable. But I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Thanks. Bye.